Well, good morning. Today is Tuesday, May 31st, the last day of the month. Can you believe it? Well, I'm Danielle Wiggins with your 3 News Now morning update. Thanks for spending a few minutes with me on the WKYC YouTube page. We start with Holly for a check of today's forecast because, Holly, it could be a record breaker.
You're absolutely right. I mean, we're talking highs well into the 80s, close to 90 today, Danielle. And as we do look ahead on our National Design Mart forecast, we can see lots of clear skies in those upper 80s to around 90, even into the evening. I mean, it's going to be a warm one. There's no way around that. Looking ahead to the rest of the week, I know a lot of you are curious if we're going to start to cool things down a bit because this is well above normal highs. Record highs 92, by the way, today. We'll hit 89 at Hopkins, so we'll be close. And I would suggest, sunscreen, lots of water, all of those good things today. Tomorrow, low 80s with scattered storms late in the day. Then as we do get into Thursday, that's our brief, and I want to emphasize brief cool down because it's literally that. Scattered showers left over, 60s for highs, back in the 70s and seasonal on Friday, Saturday, Sunday, first full weekend of June. It looks awesome, and we'll be warming back into those 80s as we head into Monday, Danielle.
All righty, thank you so much, Holly. And it's been 1 week since the mass shooting in Uvalde, Texas, when a gunman killed 19 students and 2 teachers. And this morning, we are learning more information about exactly what law enforcement did and didn't do after the shooter arrived at the school. Investigators say Police Chief Pete Arredondo made the call to wait before taking down the shooter. The city manager telling NBC News that the chief was also just elected to Uvalde City Council, but will not be sworn in today as planned. Arredondo has not issued any comments since the shooting, where authorities say officers waited inside Robb Elementary for 47 minutes before killing the gunman. State Senator Roland Gutierrez says there are still gaps he wants answers to.
This is really a law enforcement failure at every level.
Have you had a chance to listen to some of those 911 calls made from inside the school?
I've seen the transcripts and I've not listened to them. I did see some of the footage of the first 7 officers in the school.
What'd you see?
I'm ashamed to say it, but they pulled back.
At the request of Uvalde's mayor, the Department of Justice is reviewing the shooting response to, quote, identify lessons learned and best practices to help first responders prepare for and respond to active shooter events. Meanwhile, yesterday marked the start of a painful week of funerals. Hundreds arriving to remember 10-year-old Amarie Jo Garza. Family says the 4th grader called 911 in those last moments. Her services are the first of 21. And today, Metro Health's trauma team is sending special care packages to the trauma unit in Uvalde. The kits are a show of support from one hospital system to another. And locally, extra police will be on the campus of Midview East Intermediate School in Grafton this morning. That's because a student was apprehended for making a shooting threat. Midview school officials say the threat was investigated by the Lorain County Sheriff's Office and the student was apprehended. It's not clear yet if the threat was credible. And a Wellington High School student was arrested after making threats against the school. In a letter to families, Superintendent Edward Weber says the arrest came after police determined the threats to be reliable. Weber also adds that the threat was reported, and that's why they were able to investigate the situation. Now to more local developing headlines this morning. Here are 3 things to know. First, 1 man is dead after a shooting involving Maple Heights police. This happened early yesterday morning at East 93rd Street and Buckeye Road. Maple Heights police say they were chasing a car believed to be firing shots at homes throughout the city. Cleveland Police's use of force team was called in to investigate. No officers were hurt. And in Lorain, a 37-year-old woman is dead and 4 others are hurt after the woman ran through a red light and smashed into a semi-truck. This happened yesterday around 5 a.m. on State Route 57 in Elyria Township, according to Ohio State Highway Patrol. The woman, identified as Ashley Brown, died at the scene, and the 3 others have serious injuries. The semi-driver was not hurt. And South Euclid police are investigating what they're calling a family disturbance that left one man dead. Officers responded to the call shortly before 6 a.m. yesterday to Tailhurst Road, where they found the man. A second man was taken into custody. South Euclid police say they will release more information as the investigation continues, and added that this is an isolated incident and the public is not at risk. Well, many cities are dealing with a shortage of lifeguards. To attract workers, some places are increasing wages, but it may not be enough to help. In Menor, the city will only operate one pool this year, and Lake Metro Parks won't provide guards at its busy Fairport Harbor Beach Tuesdays through Thursdays due to shortages.
It has been a challenge getting folks to come in, not only to apply for the positions, but get trained and certified as a lifeguard.
We really do encourage people to only swim while lifeguards are on duty and in a designated swim area.
Meantime, Summit Metro Parks won't allow any swimming at Monroe Falls Metro Park or Silver Creek Metro Park. Cleveland Metro Park is also making adjustments. And this morning, we are getting a look at what's happening in the old space where the Wicked Twister once stood at Cedar Point. Construction is underway along the shoreline, stretching from the Max Air to the restrooms near the gatekeeper. CP Rundown posted these pictures with the caption, 2023, watch out. No word on what's in store for the area, but there's plenty of speculation of what it could be, like a new restaurant or even a new ride. The Wicked Twister gave its final rides on Labor Day 2021. Well, thank you for taking time to join me for this 3 News Now morning update. Our digital team will continue to bring you the stories making headlines around Northeast Ohio and beyond. Make sure you continue to check our social media pages and WKYC.com throughout the day. I'm Danielle Wiggins, and I'll see you tomorrow morning on Go. Whoa, the first day of June. And yes, that show starts bright and early at 4:30 a.m. Have a great day, everybody.